Welcome back to the Atheo-Pagan Society's YouTube channel. I'm Yucca, and today we're going to talk a little bit about connecting with place. So connecting with where we are and having a very local practice, which is really grounded in the reality of where you are, what your ecosystem really is like, is something that we talk a lot about in the community. So I wanted to offer today a technique or a practice, something that you can try out to help establish that connection, whether it's someplace where you've just moved to, whether it's someplace that you've been for a long time. I think that this is something that could be helpful. So first of all, before going any further, I want to say that there isn't a right place, right? We can often be really romantic about, oh, how wonderful nature is, and you've hiked 20 miles into the mountains and there's no humans around. But that place, although it might be special to you, isn't more worthy or more important than any other place. The city is part of nature as well. It's part of humans' nature, and humans are part of nature. And so wherever you are is worthy of being connected with and having a relationship with that place. So you don't have to be, out in the woods, right? You could be in your gravel driveway. You could be on a busy street. It could be a country road, Walgreens parking lot, whatever it is, whatever works for you. This idea, this practice can be used in any of those locations. So the first thing is, I'm a pretty booky person, right? I love to have my journal out. I love to be in that kind of analytical mindset. But sometimes it's nice to step away from that and just experience with some of our senses. Now, there are more than the 5 classical senses, but those are a really nice framework to use. So something you can try doing is finding the spot that you want to be for just a few moments, or it could be longer, right? But, give yourself at least a minute to be here and look around. So focus with each of your senses. Maybe start with sight and just take a moment to breathe and look around and see, what do you notice? Look around at your normal eye level, the level that we would normally look from. But then take a moment to peer down and look at what's happening down where you might not be focusing all the time. Are there ants there? Are there little plants coming up between the cracks in the sidewalk? When I look down, I have pine needles here, and I see pine needles from different seasons, different years, the ones that are fresher, and then the darker ones that I know that, oh, these must be several years old. And then even a few that are freshly fallen that are still green, right? What do you see? Same thing. Look up. What's happening in the sky right now? And just take that in. And then next, go on to another sense. Listen for a moment. Where I am, the wind just calmed down, but I can hear it over that way. And I can hear that there's some bird, I don't recognize what it is, but there's a bird in that way. And I'm just trying to hear around me, right? Are there any motors? Where do you hear those motors coming from, right? What are you hearing? Okay. What about feeling? So I feel that light wind. It can kind of come back. I don't know how much you can hear on the mic here or picking up, but I feel that on my body. Sometimes closing your eyes helps a little bit too, because we are so visually dominated. Just close them for a moment and feel. Is there sun on your skin in some areas? Do you feel the fabric of your jeans against your skin? What is it? Are you barefoot? Can you feel anything beneath your feet? And then smell. And again, I find it really helpful to close my eyes with this, just to smell what's around. Maybe smell some things in particular. Maybe actually touch and pick up I don't get much of a smell from a pine cone, but I know if I was to smell the juniper here, this has a really, really strong smell. And with that is taste. Now, if you're somewhere comfortable with actually putting things in your mouth and tasting them, that's one thing. You might not be somewhere that's a very good idea, right? So maybe just opening your mouth and tasting the air in the back of your throat. So all of these things, taking time to go through each of these senses, which are related with what's going on in the outside world, right? We've also got our proprioception and all of that stuff, but what's happening outside and just being really aware of that. That can give you a place to start to be aware of and have a little bit more of a connection with where you are. And this is a practice that you could do just once, or I would encourage doing it multiple times. Maybe take a moment, this is just an idea, each of the holidays that you celebrate, whether you're following kind of a lunar calendar or solar, and just take a moment to come to the same spot if you can. Or maybe the same time of year, go to several different spots in your area and just play with that, taking time to be present with your senses in the place where you are. Not some imaginary fantasy realm, but right here, the real this. And afterwards, maybe if you want, then bring out the journal, then bring out the recording of it and the kind of analytical mind part of it. But first, start with just the experience. So, thank you for hanging out with us today. If you have any practices like this that you want to share with us, any ideas, we'd love to hear that in the comments. And as always, thank you so much.